Good.
Muslim Capital Day 2012. The bill implies that followers of the Islamic faith are second-class citizens and that our practices and religious beliefs are un-American. I don't know about you, but I only know a few Native Americans, and as far as I know, they're the only people that aren't immigrants. Everybody here is an immigrant. Everybody. This is a selective use of legislation to intimidate Muslim Americans and the Muslim American community. One thing that this bill tried to do that they did manage to keep out of it was they actually tried to make particular groups of people show up with additional identification when you went to vote. And that created quite a bit of controversy. I happen to be an election official in Volusia County. And I can assure you, when you go to vote this year, all you will need is your driver's license or your state identification card, and you need to be a registered voter in your district, in your precinct. You do not have to go in with your INS paperwork. You do not have to go in with marriage certificates for the sisters. I've had sisters ask me if they had to go in with marriage certificates and everything else. We have a new system in Volusia County. Seminoles had it for several years, and I think Orange has got it in certain precincts, where you swipe your driver's license so that they can bring up the record. Please understand, don't be scared of doing this. All it's merely doing is positively identifying that you're in the right precinct and the fact that you are a registered voter. It's actually less information than you used to have to give out to be able to vote, okay? It's much faster too, by the way. Much more accurate, much less aggravation when you go to vote. If you're not registered to vote, please register to vote. The only way that we are ever going to make a big change and be represented in this country is if we are registered voters and we get our voice heard. I don't know about you, but with as many Muslims as in Central Florida, the estimate's about 100,000, we surely should have somebody that is a representative, a state senator, or someone in the United States Congress that is a Muslim from Florida. Inshallah, hopefully we can change that. We have some very, very competent, educated people in our community. We need to be able to support those people to get everyone's voice heard. The concern about this bill is that it violates the religiously established clauses that already exist in the United States federal Constitution. The Constitution that is supposed to...
What's the name of the bill, please?
The bill that we are opposing, our House, it's the House, there's two different bills. They always put one up in the House and one up in the Senate. The House bill is 1209, and the Senate bill is 1360, are the numbers of the bills. As we said, this bill unfairly discriminates, and it is a redundant bill. It's a bill that is already doing something that is covered by federal law and already in place that protects us. And actually what this bill does is it tries to take away our federal protection and make it subject to particular minority decisions, by a minority meaning those that are trying to push it through, in the state of Florida. I don't know if you've heard much of the controversy from some of the other states, but do you remember the controversy over what was going to happen to immigrants in the state of Alabama when they started getting very nasty with the Spanish-speaking community people in the state of Alabama? That's basically what could happen in the state of Florida as a Muslim with regard to your legal agreements, your child custody, how you conduct your personal affairs, and also for our Jewish brothers and sisters, things as simple as their year of Jubilee when they forgive debts. They have a very similar situation like we do with regard to interest being charged. They will not be allowed to forgive and release debts. They will not be allowed to prepare their bodies for burial either. I'm just hoping that they get a little brighter and start getting a little more aggressive. We need to oppose House Bill 1209, Senate Bill 1360. The name of this bill this year is a little bit grayer, so to speak. They've tried to